Deep Dive, where emotions meet the stars and spirituality takes center stage. Join Sherianna Boyle and Carmen Schott as they explore astrology, mental health, manifesting, and so much more. Two women on a spiritual path, sharing wisdom, stories, and the magic of sisterhood. Ready to dive deep? Let's begin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Deep Dive. I'm Sherianna.
And I'm Carmen. And this is a show about astrology, emotions, and spirituality.
And this week, we're taking a deep dive into your astrology update for August 24th, Sunday, the week of the 25th in August. Right, Carmen?
Yes.
Yeah. How's it looking this week?
It's a cool week. My daughter has her birthday on the 25th, and then me and my husband have ours on the 26th.
Oh, so that's right.
I'll be the big 50 man on this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going to be 50. I'm like, I can't say I'm in my 40s anymore. It sucks. I don't know.
It's just beginning. Life is just beginning, I know, right? Carmen. Yes.
But it's a good week. You know, we're in Virgo season. So, the sun went into Virgo last week. So, we are all about getting things done, getting efficient, getting organized, focusing more on our health, diet, routines, and being more detail focused. This is what Virgo season does. The sun's in Virgo. So it helps us communicate. We're going to want to communicate more and socialize and learn and notice all the little things are going to stand out for us. You'll notice the energy. You'll notice like misspelled words, or if a picture's crooked, little things you normally don't focus in on might stand out because
details.
Yeah, we get more detail focused.
Interesting.
Tunnel vision, really, focused narrowly into things that need to be fixed and change. Virgos want to fix and change things and make them better. And, they get a little bit of a...
So home improvements or...
Yeah, improving anything, your health, your diet, your work, your relationships. Virgos think they can change people. That's one thing I always laugh about because my daughter, she's always like, I thought I could change them. I'm like, you can't change people. They are who they are. And that's a Virgo thing. They believe that they can do things to help people make change. And you can't. You can give them tools and skills, but they have to want to change, and so Virgos are the servant of the zodiac. They like to help people. But they have to learn that they have to let go at times, and you can't help everybody. That's kind of a Virgo lesson. So everybody's going to be feeling that, desire to get work focused. Little bit of a workaholic tendency Virgo energy is. So you might be more focused on practical matters, that you put off, and it's a good time to get organized. So very good energy. And then on August,
kind of good timing though, because people are thinking about going back to school and what do you need and things like that. It kind of it always feels a little different.
Yes.
And here on Cape Cod, where I live, we live in the tourism, so it changes. All of a sudden, the energy starts to change around the end of August.
It slows down. More locals. You got more locals?
Yeah, it just the roads. Yeah, it definitely slows down. July's really hopping here.
Oh, I mean, bet.
Yeah,
busy.
Yeah. And
Is it like that? Living there? Is it like that show? I watched some show on HBO where they're at Cape Cod. I'm wondering, is your life that way? Like living on the ocean and all that?
Oh boy! Well, no, I'm not. I don't get to the ocean as much as I
all the fishermen families, and it was like,
right. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful here. It's beautiful.
Awesome.
So anyway, fix and change, but nothing. Is there anything that is happening this week in terms of new moon or anything? I thought you said there's not a new moon.
We already had that. Last week or the week before, wasn't it? Yeah, we already had that.
Oh, that's right. Right. Okay.
None of that. We already had that this month. New moon, full moon. There was a full moon last week, I believe it was, is what it was.
Oh, yeah.
The week before. And then August 26th, or August 25th, Venus, the planet of love and relationships, moves into Leo. And so we're going to feel more romantic, more like spending time with loved ones, more social. We're going to want to show people we love them. We could be just a little bit more romantic, and there could be some new love affair energy coming in if you're single. And it's kind of a good time to meet someone if you are single, or it's a good time to celebrate and do something fun, because Leo's all about having fun and entertainment. So doing something with your spouse, and maybe go out to eat, to a concert, go roller skating, play tennis, do something together. So Venus is in Leo August 25th. So we're going to feel a change in that energy, I know
you and I spoke last show about, and that's in the YouTube, if anyone wants to look at the last show, Deep Dive with Carmen Sherianna YouTube channel, because we did talk about we did talk a little bit about compatibility on that show.
Yeah, I
in
think
terms
we did.
of the charts.
Yeah.
Right, Carmen?
Yeah.
We can dive a little bit more into that in this show as well, if this is what's happening with Venus moves into Leo. Maybe we can talk more about that after the break, but what else is happening?
The other big thing happening on August 26th, the moon, like we talked about, the moon changes signs every 2 to 3 days. The moon is going to square Jupiter, which whenever a major planet squares the moon, it's pretty important. And what this is going to do, it's going to really be a good time to connect with others. We're going to feel more emotional. It's going to expand our desire to travel, explore, be adventurous, and, let our loved ones know how much we care about them. And it's a good time.
That's on your birthday.
Yeah. Venus, our moon square Jupiter. Jupiter's a planet of good luck and good fortune, and the moon is our emotional nature, our inner nature. So, that's anytime Jupiter touches a planet in your birth chart, or transits a planet, or has an aspect to a planet, it's usually positive. I mean, Jupiter can expand things and make things bigger and expose them too, but it's such a positive planet. It's almost hard to have anything really serious happen with it. It's usually pretty positive, because it
kind of reminds me of uplifts everything.
Yeah, uplifts. Yeah, it's the planet of abundance, manifestation. Good luck, good fortune. I mean, it's a generosity is Jupiter. So we might feel more emotionally generous right now. Like we want to donate money, or donate something, or buy someone something that we care about, spend our money. So, but also be careful, because when Jupiter is by the aspecting the moon, we can be a little extravagant and overindulge in things. So be a little careful. You might overspend or want to do something. So just watch your energy a little bit on the 26th of August and on there. So
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And then towards the end of the week, we do have the moon in Scorpio starting the 28th. And I always like to highlight the moon in Scorpio. August 28th through 30, the moon will be in Scorpio. And so towards that end of the week, we're going to feel a little bit more intense and introverted, secretive, private, maybe a little bit irritated, a little bit. Scorpio moon makes people have to feel deep stuff, and it can bring up old hurts and old wounds, and it can, it's all that Scorpio energy it's all about trust and forgiveness and letting go. So we may feel emotionally a little bit of a little harder emotionally towards the end of the week. But then by Sunday, it'll be in Sagittarius, which is going to be completely a shift. And we're going to feel more positive, more energetic, and like a weight's lifted off of the heavy Scorpio moon that we have. You'll notice a shift, just subtle, just want to share it. Energy. Just notice the energy will shift for the positive one, because Sag, you're going to want to get more active with Sag moon. Get out and go to the store, go shop, socialize, network, do things.
It's going to help you get through it. So it sounds like some ups and downs here. I mean, if you want to talk them downs, but you getting a little deep, and then you get more out there again.
Yeah.
Interesting. So helpful to know these things ahead of time, folks, because sometimes we think like, what the heck's wrong with me? Right? Why am I feeling this way? Yeah. And then we make decisions. I always say never make a decision when you're in any type of reaction, right? You always want to process what you feel, process those emotions. I wanted to mention a couple things. One, you have a new book out, Carmen, your astrological energy.
Yes.
Is it there? You can hold it up if you want. Right?
I don't know if I have it where it's not backwards.
Okay. Well, oh, there it is. I love that book. Yeah. So that's a great book. So Carmen's new book, Your Astrological Energy. Carmen does charts. So you can find that in the YouTube, the links, also CarmenTurnerSchott.com. I have Emotional Detox at Home, which is a membership where I teach people how to process their emotions. I actually give you the process, one new process a week. So if you're having trouble with your emotions, go ahead and check that out. And then the Emotional Detox deck is coming out as on pre-order. That's a fun thing. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after the break to talk more about, give you some tips for how to navigate this energy.
Astrology is energy. Unlock the wisdom of your birth chart with my new book, Your Astrological Energy. Pre-order your copy today and receive 10% off a personal consultation with me. Visit CarmenTurnerSchott.com to claim your special offer today.
When was the last time you took time for you? Hi, I'm Sherianna Boyle, author of the Emotional Detox book series and several other books. I also lead a variety of wellness retreats throughout the year. Visit SheriannaBoyle.com/events to find out more and to book your retreat today. Again, it's SheriannaBoyle.com/events. Welcome back to Deep Dive, giving you your astrological update for the week of August 24th. Mm-hmm. Carmen, you were just sharing the moon is in Scorpio, and we were identifying during the break that that's going to be affecting people Wednesday, Thursday, so the 27th, 28th of August.
Yes, those 2 days are going to be really intense because when the moon goes into Scorpio on Wednesday, it's also going to square Pluto and Aquarius in the sky. So Pluto rules Scorpio. You know, it's their it used to be Mars. Now, you know, Pluto's associated with Scorpio. It's rebirth, death, transformation, healing, nuclear power, you know, power itself, you know, the conception of power. So it's going to be intensified emotions, and it's going to be later in the night when it happens, but then into the Thursday, it's still going to be square Pluto on Thursday as well. So our emotions are going to be like double whammy, guys. Like it's going to feel intense. So just avoid drama, avoid, you know, arguing or bringing up the past and things that you're upset about. You may start dwelling.
I was just thinking
dwelling on things that
I can feel it already.
Someone did, and you start thinking about it, and then you're remembering when they hurt you or when they did something that was unkind, or, you know, and you may never say anything to them. You start wanting to say something now because you're like, how dare they? You know, I need to, you know, so be careful and just withdraw, be calm, be a little bit private, you know, enjoy your solitude, let the energy pass.
Yes.
If you need to do something, go work out, go punch a punching bag, you know, go for a walk, listen to some heavy metal music, you know, whatever you got to do to get
whatever you got to do
out,
to move the energy.
Reminds me of like when Scorpio, 8th house energy, Aries energy, when I'm having something go on, I'll listen to Linkin Park or something, and I'll be blaring it, or, you know, something that just gets that energy out. It makes you feel better listening to certain music sometimes. So music can be very healing to tap in and release these energies, so in a healthy way. So,
yeah, I find when it comes to emotional processing, emotional detoxing, you want to release it, but you also have to pay attention to how long you're venting for, or, you know, the way that you release things. For people that really feel things like maybe they're pissed off or something. Yeah. You know, you can always give yourself a couple minutes to be pissed off. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong as long as you're not lashing out or projecting it at anyone. But after a couple minutes, you really gotta turn the corner there. And you have to go back to the present moment and not stay in that venting, because then you're going to start re-traumatizing yourself.
Yeah.
And the situation and the relationship. And then you start replaying patterns and it just gets really sticky.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, you don't go past 90 seconds, really.
Yeah.
90 seconds, but that takes time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
People say that. I say, after 90 seconds, then you've chosen to be upset. It's like, but it takes time to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes time.
Well, that's interesting because, when I worked in prevention, like suicide prevention specifically, we had a gun lock program where they talk about if you can have your guns locked up within that 90 seconds, people can change their mind if they're not able to get easy access to something, because your mood can shift. You're in that moment and then you're, super upset, super emotional. And then it helps prevent things. It helps prevent violence, all kinds of things. So it's really interesting. Yeah.
So what did they tell them to lock it up within the
we called it the gun lock program. It was a military-wide prevention program that, because in the military, everyone has weapons.
That's right.
And easy access to weapons. And so if you make that access a little bit more difficult by having the weapon locked, so we would give out gun locks. And that way they can't, if they're in that depression or that moment of bad energy, bad emotions overcomes them, they have an obstacle with the lock where they, you know what I mean? And it's prevented many deaths by suicide. There's some research out there on it. It's very powerful. Prevention tool, just that little thing, because it's just a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
You can change how you feel. What am I feeling? Your mind changes, your emotions change. You're like, no, I don't really want to hurt myself. I don't want to do this stuff. But it's that easy access. We try to do everything to prevent suicide or, all those things. So.
It kind of reminds me of also, like, if you're in a situation where other people are upset, and then you have to learn, how long do I stay in this situation? How long do I listen to this rant or whatever's happening or this story? And as you grow and you become more resilient, you start to become aware that, oh my gosh, I'm staying a little bit too long. Like, I really can walk away.
Yeah.
I don't have to be in that energy. And you learn, okay, how to do that. I'm very upfront with people. Some people don't like it, but I'm very upfront about, I'm just not comfortable. It's just not my thing to talk about certain things, right? I will tell them that, it's just not my thing. And, politics is one of them.
Oh,
I just won't engage. I won't engage. And
I know.
I will not engage.
I know.
Either side, whatever it is, I will not engage.
Yeah.
And that for me, it's because I know what I'm focused on. And that is to be close to God. Yeah. And for me, if engaging those things, it's like I lose myself in the process. I lose my connection to my higher self, higher power, all of that. So that's what keeps me anchored.
Yeah, they always say two things to avoid discussing are politics and religion.
No kidding.
At the kitchen table, or at work, So, I've been there too. It's like, oh man, like I don't know, and if you can just,
it gets heated so quick.
It is, because people are so passionate about it and take it so personal, and that's the thing. You're not going to change other people's belief systems. And then you also don't want to judge them just because they don't believe what you believe. We should be accepting of each other's beliefs and that we're all different. We can still get along even though we don't think the same way about certain things, whether it's religion or, politics or whatever. And, they say those are the things to avoid. I've always heard that and it makes sense. Yes. It makes sense.
It does make sense. It does. And that's that 90 seconds where you can leave the room or not disengage. And maybe some of that, is good to know and remind you of before we go into the Scorpio.
Listen, guys,
some people really get affected, right? And they think, start thinking really doom and gloom kind of thoughts, Carmen.
Well, people take things very personal. when the moon is in Scorpio and the sun in Scorpio, because Scorpios they're very perceptive, but they're water. They're water signs. So it's a water moon. So they feel very deeply, and it's a very intense, passionate, life or death, all or nothing kind of energy. So, someone in my life, I'm not going to say who, has a lot of Scorpio, like a stellium, and in my personal family. And when they get mad, they will cut you off. They will they won't say, I'm not going to speak to you, but you're done. They're done. They just walk away and they won't speak until you apologize. And they will never apologize first. And so I learned this. And so I always had to be the one to say, are you still mad? And I knew I did nothing wrong, but it's just how they react to things. But at least they didn't fight and scream and yell or make a drama.
Right.
But it is dramatic when someone cuts you off and won't talk.
Or when someone doesn't speak to you.
Or hides in a room and won't speak.
Sometimes it's just as hurtful. And
it is. Yes. I can feel your energy. I know you're mad. Let's just talk about it. But they just, nope, not going to share. Not going to share. That's Scorpio energy.
That's really shutting it down. Talk about blocking energy.
True. I mean,
that's a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, if you live with a Scorpio or someone with Scorpio energy, you'll know what I mean. You probably experienced it. When they're upset.
Yeah.
When they're upset. Yeah. When they get upset, or you do something that they don't like, they'll let you know. And it's usually, their energy shifts and they get quiet. I mean, they don't even have to say a word, and you're like, oh no.
What's wrong?
What did I do?
Pen could drop, the tension.
I had a
slice
friend,
it.
I had a friend like this. We were at a conference and she's a Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, bunch of Scorpio. She's my buddy still. I love her. But man, she got upset about something I said. I was trying to get a chair or something. I was joking around and she stormed off and she went over the back of the room and she was just mad. And I walked over and I said, what's going on? And she's like, I didn't like that. And I said, will you forgive me? And I start cuddling on her and she's like, oh yeah. And she of course she forgave me, but you have to do that with some signs. Some people, you got to know their personality. And I knew
how to break down that wall a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was not everybody can do that. They're like, they should be the one. Why am I the one to put the extra in? A lot of people talk about that, when I do my coaching and, and you really have to kind of process your emotions around that.
I mean, I use astrology to help me get along with others and understand them. And I've been able to work with a lot of people and because I know what they need and I know what their charts. So I know how to handle them. People say, Carmen, can you go deal with this? Because I don't want to talk to them. And they would come and ask me at work. I'm like, yeah, I'll deal with it. Or I'll call them, because I was able to kind of, that's kind of what I would try to do, to use astrology as a tool of self-awareness and to help others.
I love that. I love the way you do that. And that's really the intention of Deep Dive, is to just increase your awareness. Don't take things so personally. And also to show you how quickly these things pass. I mean, sometimes we're sitting in something for a few months, but it does pass.
Yes, the moon changes signs every 2 to 3 days, guys. It's like, that's why everyone's like, man, what's going on? My emotions, I feel so different. I mean, the other day I got in this total kick to clean and I'm cleaning my house. I'm all full of energy. I'm vacuuming. I'm like,
that's awesome.
I didn't sit down for 3 hours and I'm like, the moon has got to be in a fire sign. It was in Aries.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm an Aries moon. So I was feeling really good, my birth chart. So you'll see, oh man, so notice what the moon is and you'll know what moon phases you have a lot of energy or that you're a little bit lazy or, and you can, be easier on yourself. And I know you have your moon signs book out there. So if you ever want to read that book, folks, go to CarmenTurnerSchott.com. Yes.
And emotional detox stuff. You can go to SheriannaBoyle.com for that. Don't forget, if you miss a show, Deep Dive with Carmen and Sherianna, we always put all the replays on YouTube. Subscribe to our show. Feel free to ask any questions. That's all we have time for this week. We look forward to connecting you. Thanks for taking a deep dive with us. See you next week.
Hi, this is Carmen Turner Schott, author and psychological astrologer. My newest books are Your Astrological Energy and Astrology's Magical Nodes of the Moon. Both offer powerful insights to help you understand your emotions and your spiritual journey through astrology. Discover how your birth chart can help you heal, transform, and become more resilient. Visit my website today at carmenturnershott.com and grab your copies on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and online stores.
Looking to transform your life? Sherianna Boyle, author of 11 powerful books, invites you to take a deep dive. Explore her emotional detox series, discover manifesting with energy in action, and connect with spirit in her latest book, Just Ask Spirit. Start your journey today. Find all her books at sheriannaboyle.com. Thank you for tuning into Deep Dive with Sherianna Boyle and Carmen Turner Schott. If today's episode inspired you, don't forget to share, subscribe, and leave us a review. For more insights and resources, visit carmenturnershott.com and sheriannaboyle.com. Until next time, keep diving deep into your soul's journey.